So what would happen if 4 friends from Best Buy decided to create the greatest podcast in the world? You would get Underground Nerd Nation, of course. We mainly talk about topics related to nerd culture and pop culture, but you never know where our conversations may take us. Like the time we got in a debate over grading scales. You're bound to have a good time with Underground Nerd Nation, so come join the Underground. We got beer and pizza down here.
Why in the world was this movie made?
Last night at the bar, while I was, on like 3 or 4 beers, I was trying to explain Jaws 4, and it's just baffling.
Oh my God, I was in Birds a couple of weeks ago, and they were playing like Jaws 4 was on the TV. It started off Jaws 3D. When I walked in, the end of Jaws 3D was on, and then Jaws 4 came on, and I was like, oh my God, Jaws 4. And I stayed for almost the whole movie. I was just popping in for a drink, and I just like got wrapped up in Jaws. Everyone else is like doing other stuff, watching other stuff, and I'm like, everyone shut up. Jaws 4 is on.
In classic fashion with our podcast, when we cover the movies, they're unavailable everywhere. But like a month later, they're on TV. They're like everywhere available.
I was like, can we put the subtitles on here? Because I could probably recite most of the scenes, but I would appreciate having the subtitles
A
on.
beautiful woman walks into the bar, goes right up to Harris, and she's like, "Hey, big boy," and he's like, "Ahem," and then looks at the screen.
She was like, "Oh my God, is this Jaws 4?" And I'm like, "I told you, ahem."
Yeah,
I'm watching.
I'm busy.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just love this movie. I'm like, take a hint, lady. I'm busy watching Jaws 4. We have nothing in common, and I want to watch this movie.
The man's arm has been removed, and he doesn't even notice yet.
She says one more thing. The bartender comes over and is like, "We don't serve you here."
Yeah. I'm sorry,
ma'am. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
Is this lady giving you some trouble? Yeah, that's it. Get back to your modeling job.
Yeah. See ya.
So here we are. We've watched all 4 Jaws movies, and now we're going to rank them. We're going to make some changes possibly, and we're going to figure out where this franchise stands amongst the rest. Are you guys ready for me to start?
I'm ready for some statistics.
Well, I will say that we have a tie right off the bat here. It's a tie for 3rd place, I guess. Between Jaws 3D and Jaws the Revenge. They both averaged out to a 4.5. Let's see. Jaws 3, Colin gave it a 5. Harris gave it a 2. I gave it a 3. And our guest, Anna Elizabeth James, gave it an 8. What was she thinking? Jaws the Revenge.
Terrible score.
Colin gave that a 5 also. Harris gave that a 5 somehow. I gave it a 4, and Kyle Quigley gave it a 4. Those scores seem more correct.
Can I change Kyle Quigley's score? Geez, I can't.
How funny would that be? We just have a segment where we actually call him like right now unannounced. Just like,
Yeah.
Can you change your
Kyle? We need
score?
you to change your score.
Hello, who is this? It's the entire License to Watch podcast. Kyle.
I don't know. I feel like I nailed both my scores. I just feel I can't give Jaws 3 a lower score than 2 because it had that little jet ski thing in it.
You make a strong point.
But at the same time,
I like your rationale.
But at the same time, Jaws the Revenge was definitely better. It was the better movie. So I feel like I can't change my scores in either of these because I nailed them. But I feel like the total sum scores are misrepresentative of these films.
See, I'm back on this problem. The biggest problem with the Jaws franchise is unrecognized potential. You could have had jet skis versus sharks. Maybe people riding them. Maybe the jet skis get inhabited by a ghost like Christine or something.
I assume they were just holding that out for a sequel.
Yeah, but why didn't we get jet skis versus sharks?
That's actually a good title for a movie.
Yeah, didn't they bring jet skis in eventually to Deep Blue Sea? Doesn't that have jet skis?
Maybe.
It's possible.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
remember.
unfamiliar with that movie.
But like, I'm assuming that once you get really into jet skis, there is like a style of fighting with them, right? Like, right?
I don't know. Jet ski, you can't really do karate with a jet ski. It's kind of like it could ram into things, I guess.
Oh,
I do not think it's a very good fighting vehicle, honestly.
Waterworld tells me otherwise.
Yeah, you could get a Mr. Miyagi type, like see do, see don't, see do, see don't.
I can't tell if that's racist or not.
Is it? Is
I don't know.
Is that?
I don't know.
It's like coming right from the character.
But the home audience can't see that you're in yellowface right now, which is
I'm not. Don't say that. Don't say that. They'll think that's true.
Oh, for the record, he was not in
no.
yellowface the entire time.
Thank you.
Also, saying the term yellowface, isn't that racist in itself?
No, because I'm complaining about something that's racist with the
God.
term.
Look, it was right from the character. That's like very similar to what the character says in the.
He says wax on, wax off. That's totally different.
I know, but sea-doo is a type of jet ski.
Yes, I got that part. I think really the jet ski with a gun on it is where we should be going. The Waterworld style jet skis.
Obviously, yeah.
Wait, so Colin, are you making a change to your scores at all?
I want a blanket change of all of them -1.
You cannot do that. You can only make one change.
May I
then
recommend
protest the
Jaws?
law.
May I recommend Jaws 3D going down one? I think that would probably.
What did I give it?
You gave it a 5, like a fool.
Felt very high at the time.
No, I want a blanket -1.
No.
Then I protest. This,
All right.
this is,
So I guess no change.
And I will make a score change. I will knock my score of a 3 down to meet Harris's score of a 2.
Okay. All right. All is right with the world.
I think the entire genre of jet ski movies has been overlooked in a way. You know, like
How many jet ski movies have there been?
Like not enough is what I'm saying.
Okay. So you're just into blanket complaining today.
Yes, I am. I have complaints about everything, and I'm just throwing them out there. I don't usually complain very much. Hell, I gave Jaws 3 a 5.
That's a good point. I'm just Googling jet ski movies, and it seems like there's a movie called Hot Water.
Hot water!
That seems to be a popular... Oh, here's a list from Jet Drift, the 15 best jet ski movies of all time. So apparently there's at least 15, which feels high to me.
Yep.
Okay, so no surprise. We have Waterworld.
Nice.
We have Blue Crush. I think that's a surfing movie.
That's with
but
Paul
apparently-
Walker, right?
Yeah, apparently they have some jet skis in it as well. Into the Blue, which is definitely another movie that's like about aquatic life. Fool's
Wait,
Gold.
weren't both of those movies directed by the guy from Christine?
From Christine, yes. He only directs movies
right.
that have the word blue in them and are about surfing or water sports. Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's not really a jet ski movie.
No, but
I
it
know
has-
what part they're talking about.
I think it has jet skis in it, such as Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, which also has a memorable jet ski scene. Transporter 2 has a chase sequence on jet skis.
Are these ranked?
No, these are just random
okay.
popping.
All right,
Transporter Refueled apparently dipped back into the old jet ski well.
Yeah.
Police Academy had a jet ski scene, apparently.
The first one?
Why not?
It says the first one. I would have thought Back to the Beach or whatever is the sequel. No, Operation Miami Beach, I think, is the sequel. But apparently it's the first one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. I'm having trouble remembering all of the names to the Police Academy sequels today. That's really unfortunate, I guess.
I think that's... I mean, I usually choose to share and to keep embarrassing facts about myself to myself, but, go ahead and throw out your lack of knowledge
One of
about the
them's
Police
like
Academy.
Miami something, right?
Operation Miami Beach. Yeah, I think that's one.
And
How
then one
many
of
are
them is
there?
like Back to Basics. Is that one?
Back
There's
to
a
Basics.
Russian one too.
Yeah, there's a
right.
there's a Russian one. I can't remember what that's called. Mission to Moscow.
How many
Mission
are
to
there?
Moscow. Back to Basics really is one?
Citizens on Patrol is one. I can't. There is one where it's. I think Back to Basics is a different franchise, maybe, but I'm not sure.
Maybe, yeah.
I Am Number 4. I don't know what that movie is, but apparently it's got jet skis in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a jet ski scene in Hitch. Forgot all about
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's a great scene.
Hitch might be one of the greatest jet ski scenes. That's a jet ski Hall of Famer.
Hell
50
yeah.
Shades Darker. I know you've all seen that series,
Boo,
so it's
thumbs
going to be the
down.
next franchise that we cover.
No.
Could be.
You don't mess with a Zohan.
Oh, wait,
oh.
what is he jet ski in that?
They jet ski on jet skis in that.
Okay.
Here's a good one. Hard Rain, where it floods and they ride the jet skis through the building.
Yeah, let's watch that.
Oh, I think there's jet skis in Escape from L.A.
Did he already say
there's-
that?
he surfs in Escape from L.A. I don't remember if there's jet skis, but there might be.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
Spy Who Loved Me. Obviously any Bond movie.
Okay. I showed you
and-
guys my Surf Ninjas shirt that I got, right?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is
I
pretty
like it.
sweet. And Baywatch, 2017. That's all the jet ski
nice.
movies ever made. That's all the movies ever made that have jet skis that appear in them at any point, I guess.
I feel like
According
we need
this
to change
website.
that. We need to make a jet ski focused movie. Together.
What if it's like, okay, it's an alternate future where like much of the world has flooded, so we're like dealing with inner city gangs, and they're on jet skis. You know how like in Creed in like Philly they all have like little dirt bikes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What if we combine that with sort of like, I'm seeing this gang as being sort of a Foot Clan style gang, like no mutants, ninjas, or turtles, but we have a gang of like ninja jet ski teenage delinquents.
Yes.
All
Absolutely,
that combined
yes.
with Waterworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the image of like a half flooded city where like you
Yes.
could still see the skyscrapers, but the streets are just water.
Yeah.
And gangs drive around on jet skis. That's
That's
pretty
exactly
cool.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and maybe like the
Yeah.
first floors of buildings are just kind of abandoned. It's almost like Venice, but it's like the first
Yes.
floor of every building is just flooded, so you can just drive your jet ski right into the first floor and park it, and then hop on the stairs to climb up to the higher levels.
I like the image of a gang member possibly wearing a bandana of some kind.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
I've heard of that.
One-handing the jet ski, but the other hand has an Uzi, and he's like holding it sideways and looking all gang
drive-bys.
related.
Who's our hero of this? Who's our hero of this story? I don't know.
Shit.
Definitely a lifeguard of some kind.
He's got
someone who is trained on the water.
He's got to be like trying to make some money for his sister's operation or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is done entirely underwater now because it's the future.
Well,
water operations. Yeah.
Or no. The hospitals are all on rooftops because that's the most sterile now.
Yeah.
In the water world.
And that's why they can't land helicopters anywhere, because that's where the helicopters used to land.
Yeah. Oh, and like,
Interesting.
there's got to be a submarine in it too. There has to be a submarine somewhere.
Yeah, there's personal subs for if you're fancy and you're not one of these jet ski punks. Like the ultra wealthy have personal individual subs like the one in Jaws: The Revenge, which is what we should probably be talking about now. The Jaws.
Yes,
I
I have some
no idea
official
what we're even talking
scores.
about.
I disagree strongly. I think we should really keep going down this road about the gang
right.
jet ski movie.
Noted and overruled.
Fine. Okay.
All right. Number 3 and number 4 are locked in now. We cannot make any score changes. In fourth place is the third Jaws movie, Jaws 3D. And it now has a final average of 4.3, and that score is locked in, baby. All right. In third place, we've got the fourth and last movie of the Jaws series, Jaws: The Revenge,
Right.
with a final score of 4.5, and that is locked in. Baby.
All right.
All right. So now we're moving on to our second place movie, and now we can make score changes if we
What's
want.
it going to be? Who knows?
It could be Jaws 2 with an average of 5.1. Colin gave it a 7, Harris gave it a 5, I also gave it a 5, and Jordan Ledy gave it a 3.5.
You know, once again, I feel pretty comfortable with my score on this one. Would I give it a 5?
A 5. A healthy 5, yes.
Yeah, and that's also what I gave Jaws: The Revenge. And
Yeah, somehow.
I definitely like Jaws: The Revenge more.
Then 2?
Yeah.
I think you're just forgetting 2. and how good it was.
What was 2 about? 2 was about the teenagers on the rafts.
2 is the one where the shark has like a cool scar face. Like,
Oh,
all
2
that.
was so yeah. 2 was not
And
great.
like the woman pouring gasoline on herself.
Yeah, I think honestly,
So
I think
awesome.
a big part of the reason I gave it 5 was just because of that sequence with the water skier, and then the woman pours gasoline on herself, and then her boat blows up. It's
So good.
pretty amazing, and the kid from Christine and Back to the School is in it. I think otherwise, that's a pretty dumb movie with a lot of lame shit going on. It's pretty weak, but it's got its moments. So I'm gonna leave my 5, even though I definitely like it a little less than Jaws 4.
I mean, I obviously gave it like too good of a score, but I don't want to change it because I'm still in protest that I can't do what I want to do.
God damn it.
Well, this protest seems very meaningful, and I'm sure a lot of people are taking note.
Wait, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but one of the funniest moments to me as a Lyft driver when I was just driving by myself was driving by the Netflix building and seeing one protester with a sign that just said "Bring back the OA." And this is like during the Trump administration. I was like, "This is what you're protesting?" Like,
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
They were inspired by, all the social justice movements to really dedicate their time to something meaningful.
just one person outside of the Netflix building.
Yeah.
He's got nothing better to do than just complain that his favorite show is no longer available.
It was Britt Marling's mom.
Probably.
All right.
I understood it.
Yeah.
I understood.
All right, so we're locking that in. All right, and of course, in first place, far above the rest, is the original Jaws movie with an average score of 8.5. Colin gave it an 8. Harris gave it an 8. I gave it the coveted 10. And our guest, Carl Tart, also gave it an 8. So, yeah. Do we have any contest with that?
It's not going to mean anything, but I don't know why I gave it an 8. It's a really good movie. I'll give it a 9.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Score change.
Wow, a very impulsive move for Harris. Not so prone to the spontaneity usually.
I'm sure I had a huge, elaborate rationale in that episode for why I was giving it an 8 and not a 9. But I was just thinking, it's not a perfect movie, but it's pretty damn close. I don't know. It's very enjoyable. I feel like I should watch it again regularly. So,
You know what that movie has? Richard Dreyfuss.
it does, and that is what separates it. That's what pushes it over the top into that 9 territory.
All right, and so now the official score for Jaws. Colin gave it an 8. Harris gave it a 9. Changed it to a 9. I gave it a 10. Carl Tart gave it an 8. Averages out to 8.8, up from 8.5, which makes it even higher. And that is its final score. Locking in, baby.
Yep.
So how does this stack up compared to other franchises, Matt?
Well, let's take a look. So, doing some math here. So we got 8.8.
Matt, I feel like whenever you pick a franchise, you always pick one with like one really good movie and then a bunch of crap.
That's possible. Very possible.
What about Sharks from Space? That's again Jaws.
Where do the jet skis come in here?
Unrecognized potential. Well, no, this is not on the jet ski idea anymore. This is a separate idea.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You're acting like the jet ski thing has just been resolved now. That movie still doesn't exist.
You guys made me stop talking about it. I was literally like, I want to keep talking about this, and you guys are like, no.
That's because it was supposed to be filler for a couple of minutes, and then it ended up being. It's going to be the bulk of this podcast is us talking about this stupid movie that doesn't exist, and just making people want something they cannot have, Colin.
Well, they can if more people go outside of the Netflix building and hold little signs that don't say "Bring back the OA" and do say "We want the jet ski gang movie."
Wait. There's got to be a good name for that.
Yeah, there's got to be the Jets. Sorry.
Don't.
See, don't. Like wave runners with a Z. I don't fuck.
Oh yeah, I kind of like that. I feel like Wave Runners, but spelled weird. That could be good. That could be the name of the gang.
Yeah.
All right. While you guys are thinking about that, I have some final scores here for franchise.
Okay.
So the franchise Jaws averages out to a 5.67, right? So that is right behind Magic Mike, which is a 5.87. So here, I'll start from the top. So far our best franchise, according to us, is Mission Impossible with a 7.66.
Check.
Right below that, the only other... Oh, no, there's two other 7s here. Next up is Star Trek, which averaged out to a 7.10. 7.10. And then next up is Conan the Barbarian, which is kind of crazy, at 7.07. Then, let's see, 6s. I think next up is Bond, 646. Nope, I'm sorry, Batman. Batman is 6.84.
Because you guys like those crappy ones too much.
Yes, just edging out Bond, which is 6.46, which is subject to change in a few weeks because we're going to cover the new Bond movie. Then we've got Lethal Weapon, which is 6.25. Then we're moving into the 5 territory, which is where we get Magic Mike at 5.87. And then we get Jaws at 5.67.
We're going down in the numbers right now?
We're going down, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
And then next up is Exorcist at an even 5. And then
Sorry,
our...
that's such a stupid question.
Wait.
So these numbers are smaller that you're saying, right? You're telling me 5 is smaller than 6, correct?
Yes.
I just want to fact check something here. I've done the math on this. I've got my smartphone here. 5 is in fact smaller than 6.
That's correct.
So our
all checks
lowest
out.
scored franchise, can you guys remember what our lowest scored franchise is? What's the one I haven't mentioned yet?
It's not Exorcist. It's
It's Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was
Kombat.
whatever that other twofer was. Yeah.
4.13. And to prove Harris's theory, what franchises have I selected? I chose Exorcist, which had 1 good one and 4 stinkers.
Yep.
Except for Exorcist 2.
I chose
Right.
Mortal Kombat, which had a good one and then a stinker.
Right.
And I chose Jaws, which had a good one and 3 stinkers.
Yeah,
Great.
you're on a roll.
You are correct. Yeah, you are correct.
There's not. You chose something else too, right?
Well, technically, I guess
technically,
you
I
chose
picked
Bond,
Bond.
but it's big of you to admit that
Oh.
that probably isn't the same.
Yes. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jaws is complete. Up next, we'll be covering the Alien movies, so we're excited to do that. We definitely haven't already recorded some episodes of
Because
that.
on this podcast, everyone can hear us scream.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
All right. Do you guys have anything else to say about Jaws before we put it behind us?
No. I've got nothing else to say. I think we've said too much already.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just looking at Harris on the Zoom call, and his tattoo made it look like his arm was folding in half, and it was really scary.
Are you high again?
No, I'm not, because the antler part, there's
yeah.
wait, what is it?
like
It's like a line. So when your arm was this way, it was like there was a line right here,
A line and a line.
and so it looked like your arm was folding like that.
All right.
This is
well,
not usable.
yeah. Folks, for the folks at home, my arm is fine, and I appreciate your concern. We're gonna get through this.
We're gonna get through this.
Great.
All right.
All right. I think that's it. Let's be done with Jaws, and let's get ready for some alien action. Some hot alien action.
Yes.
All right. Till next time. How are we going out? Jaws
we
theme?
we could cut at any point. It would be in the last 2 minutes, I think.
Dun, 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 dun. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks to everyone who helped with this franchise. We got Suburb, who did the song. We got C-Rock, who did the 2-minute countdown song. Who else? Who did the poster? Harris did the poster. Great work. Yeah, I think that's everyone. There's not many people who work on this.
Thank you to the corn sharks.
Thank you to all our guests.
Yeah. All the
The
guests.
corn sharks. I'll miss the corn sharks.
They might come back somehow, some way.
Oh,
You can't keep a
He'll
good
always
corn
be
shark down.
Yeah.
And you can't make him wear pants. It's his
Nope. Not at all. They have no need for him.
huge shark dong swinging around. All right. All right, we're done. Bye, everyone.
All right.